Along the high road came a marching soldier. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You see, he had been to the wars, and now he was on his way home. But pretty soon, he met an old woman. She was really a witch. She stopped him and said,
"What a handsome soldier you are. And a hero, too. I say you shall have all the money you want."
Well, the soldier, who was wise, too, replied, "Ho, ho, ho, Grandma. In this world, no one ever gets anything for nothing. What is it that I must do to get the money?"
"Go down into yonder hollow tree," said the witch. "There you will find a large hall with 3 doors, leading to 3 rooms. In each room is a dog sitting on a chest full of money. The first dog has eyes as round as saucers, and he guards a chest full of copper coins. The second dog has eyes as large and round as millstones, and he sits on a chest full of silver. And the third dog's eyes are as big around as 2 towers, and he guards a chest of gold." And here the witch gave a wicked chuckle. "But they won't harm you at all if you just put them on my apron, which I will lend you. For myself," she added slyly, "all I want is a little old tinder box you will find on the table down there. Do you understand?"
Well, the soldier went down into the hollow tree, and sure enough, behind the first door, he found a dog with eyes like saucers sitting on a chest. The dog allowed the soldier to pick him up and put him on the witch's apron. Then the soldier filled his knapsack with copper coins. In the second room, where the dog with eyes like millstones sat, the soldier had no trouble either. Here he emptied out all the copper coins and replaced them with silver coins. And again in the room where sat the dog with eyes as big as towers, he did exactly the same thing, this time replacing his silver coins with gold. When the soldier finally returned to where the witch awaited him, she asked immediately for the tinder box, whereupon the soldier drew his sword as though to cut her to ribbons, and the old hag gave a frightened screech and ran away. The soldier shrugged, put the tinder box in his only empty pocket, and marched on to the nearest city. The soldier was now a very rich man. He led a merry life and spent his gold freely. He found lots and lots of friends to help him spend it. From his gay friends, the soldier learned that the king had a beautiful daughter whom he kept locked up in a high tower because it had been prophesied that she would marry a common soldier. He thought he would like to see this beautiful princess, but since that was impossible, he went on enjoying himself. But soon all his gold was gone, and at the same time, all his fine friends were gone too. One dark night, when he didn't even have so much as a bit of candle left, he thought of the tinder box, in which he had seen a little length of candle. But when he got it out and struck the tinder, Great sparks flew out. There was a puff of smoke, and lo, before him stood the dog with eyes like saucers, asking him what he wished him to do. So that was the secret of the tinderbox, eh? "Fetch me some money," ordered the soldier, and in a twinkling, the dog was gone. And in half a twinkling, he was back with a sack of gold in his mouth. Even though he had all the money he wanted, the soldier could not get the beautiful princess out of his thoughts. So he struck the tinderbox and ordered the dog with the saucer eyes to bring her to him. And the dog was gone. The dog was back with the sleeping princess on his back. And she was so lovely that the soldier kissed her, and then ordered the dog to take her back to the tower. The next night, the soldier sent the dog with eyes as big as millstones to the tower, but the queen saw him as he left the princess's room with her and followed him to the soldier's house. Very craftily, she made a chalk mark on his door. The next morning, she came with the king and the guard to arrest the soldier, and lo, she found every door in town had the same chalk mark. You see, the clever dog had seen the queen marking the door, and so he had gone and made the same mark on every other door. But the queen was clever, too. She fastened a little bag filled with grain around her daughter's neck and cut a little hole in the bottom of the bag. And so on the third night, when the dog with eyes like towers came and took the princess, he left a trail that was easy to follow. Alas, the next day the soldier was arrested and thrown into a dark dungeon. Finally, the day came when he was to be hanged. And as he sat gloomily on his cot, a slipper flew through the bars of his window and landed on the floor. Soon a little boy's head appeared at the window. "I ran so fast to get to the gallows square on time that I have lost my slipper," he said. Suddenly, the soldier had an idea. "Run to my rooms and fetch me my tinderbox, and you shall have your slipper back. Only hurry." And in a very short while, he had his tinderbox again, and the boy had his slipper. Just then, the guards came to lead him to the gallows. When the soldier stood with a rope around his neck, he asked to have a last smoke of his pipe. This request was granted, and he struck his tinderbox. 1, 2, 3. The 3 dogs appeared, and at the soldier's orders began to toss everybody right and left. And so the soldier was free. Now on their knees, the king and queen begged for their lives, and the soldier granted their pleas on condition he be allowed to marry their daughter. This they gladly agreed to, so the ancient prophecy did come true. And at the wedding feast, the 3 dogs, even though they scared everyone, sat at the table with their master and his lovely bride.